Look at that, 6 o'clock and we haven't sold so much as a fern. I guess this is it. Don't bother coming into work tomorrow.
You don't mean...
You can't mean.
What don't I mean? I'm getting closed. Forget it. Kaput.
You can't!
Forget it. Extinct. I'm closing this garden and customer for second place.
Mr. Mushnik, forgive me for saying so, but has it ever occurred to you that maybe what the firm needs is to move in a new direction?
Good.
What Seymour's trying to say, Mr. Mushnik, is we've all talked about it, and we agree that... Seymour, why don't you run in back and bring out that strange and interesting new plant you're working on? You see, Mr. Mushnik, some of those exotic plants that Seymour's been tinkering around with are really unusual, and we were both thinking that maybe some of his strange and interesting plants, prominently displayed and advertised, would attract business.
I'm afraid it isn't feeling very well today.
There. Now, isn't that bizarre?
At least. What kind of weirdo plant is that, Seymour?
I don't know. It looks like a fly trap, but I haven't been able to identify it in any of my books. So I gave it my own name. I call it an Audrey Two.
After me?
I hope you don't mind. You see, Mr. Mushnik, I was thinking that maybe if you took a strange, interesting plant like this and put it up in the window, then maybe...
Maybe what? Do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound? Just because you put some strange and interesting new plant in the window, people don't just...
Excuse me. I couldn't help but noticing that strange and interesting plant. What is it?
It's an Audrey Two.
I've never seen anything like it before.
No one has.
Where did you get it?
Well, you remember that total eclipse of the sun a couple of weeks ago? I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day. And I passed by this place where this old Chinese man, he sometimes sells me weird, exotic cuttings. Because he knows, you see, weird plants are my hobby. He didn't have anything unusual there that day. And I was about to, you know, walk on by. When suddenly, and without warning, there was this total eclipse of the sun. It got very dark, and then there was a strange humming noise, like something from another world. And when the light came back, this weird plant was just sitting there. Just stuck in, you know, among the zingers.
Audrey Two.
I could have sworn it hadn't been there before, but the old Chinese man sold it to me anyway. For $1.95.
Well, that's an unusual story and a fascinating plant. While I'm here, I might as well take $50 worth of roses.
$50?
$50?
$50?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Do you have change for 100?
100? No, I'm afraid we closed the register for the day.
Well then, I might as well take twice as many.
Twice as many?
Twice as many?
Twice as many?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Audrey, my darling, kindly fetch this gentleman $100 worth of our finest American Beauty roses.
Thank you. Yes, sir, that is one strange and interesting plant.
Well, don't just stand there. Quick, quick, quick. Put that plant, what do you call it?
An Audrey Two.
Yes, put the Audrey 2 in the window where the passerbys can see it. My God, I would have never believed it. My children, I'm taking us all out for dinner.
Oh, I'd love to, Mr. Mushnik, but I can't. I've got a date.
With that same no good Nick? Audrey, I'm telling you, you don't need a date with him. What you need is major medical.
He's a professional, Mr.
What
Mushnik.
kind of a professional wears a black leather jacket and drives around on a motorcycle?
He's a rebel, but he makes good money. Besides, it's the only fella I've got. Enjoy dinner. Seymour.
Good night.
Come on, girl.
Mr. Mushnik, are we still going to dinner?
Where? Not going anywhere. Go stay right here and take care of that sick plant. How come it's wilting all the time?
Well, I told you, it's been giving me trouble. It just wilts like this. The Audrey Two is not a healthy girl.
Well, strictly between us two, neither is the Audrey One.
Only I knew what species it was, what genus, but it's nowhere in the books.
Well, Crabon, my advice to you is to figure it out then fast. Look what that little exotic beauty has done for business.
I know.
So what, Seymour? Nurse that plant back to health. I'm counting on you.
I know.
You do?
I do.
So fix. Good night.
Tilly, I don't know what else to do for you. Mr. Mushnik and Audrey, they just met you, but I've been going through this with you for weeks. Grow and wilt, spurt and flop. Are you a sickly little plant or just plain stubborn? What is it you want? What is it you need? I've given you sunshine. I've given you dirt. You've given me nothing but heartache and hurt. I'm begging you sweetly. I'm down on my knees. Now please grow for me. I've given you plant food and water to sip. Given you potash. You've given me zip. Oh God, how I missed you. Oh pot, how you tease. Now please grow for me. I've given you southern exposure to get you to thrive. I've pinched you back hard like I'm supposed to. You're barely alive. I've tried you at levels of moisture from desert to mud. I've given you grow lights and mineral supplements. What do you want from me, blood? Ouch! Damn roses, damn thorns, clumsy me. Hey, Tui, look what I did. Tui, you opened up. I wonder what made you do that. I think I know what made you do that. Well, I guess a few drops wouldn't hurt, as long as you don't make a habit out of it or anything. I've given you sunlight, I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy, unless I